Morning, good morning, good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Amazing Friday. So think about this. We didn't do a lot all week, just very few trades all week. And then Thursday and Friday, we pumped them. It hit a bunch of them. And the NVIDIA one was amazing, 8 cents to 81 cents. But it had 4 of them that just went, just now. Just like that. Just like that. Okay? So this week, you have Powell Tuesday and Wednesday. So if he says we're going to go slow, we're not going to worry about it. So jobs came in bad. It's 1 month. You have another month coming here Friday. So very interesting. And so some takes, very interesting. So if Powell has a meeting on a Wednesday and he tells disinflation it's going lower, and that means he didn't know Friday's number. So when he testifies tomorrow on Wednesday, is he going to know Friday's number? He may not know Friday's number, right? Very interesting. You just have to be aware of this stuff, right? Then we see. Okay, so let's Netflix here. Very interesting. It's come down a lot. And I'm thinking about Netflix and why it hasn't collapsed versus go up or either one. And here's the thing. So if somebody had 4 logins in Europe and overseas, you had 4 logins for $15, $18, whatever, and they cut the price to $9, but they cut your logins to 2. That's a reason for cutting prices, but you're cutting the logins. So do you get more signups because the same family wants 4 logins? I don't know. But that's the other side of cutting prices. Cutting prices is bad, but that's the other side of it. And to be a great trader, no matter what stock or what option you're doing, you have to analyze both sides. So if you think AI is great, the other side is maybe AI fails just like metaverse. You have to be aware. And if you are, then you can trade well. Okay, today Meta is going again. Meta gets through. So look at our numbers. Our numbers, if you trade these numbers, they're stunningly good. We told you Meta, 178 was hard, 183 was accelerator. And it couldn't get over Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It got near 178. It couldn't get through, and it went all the way back down to 171, back to 172. It sold the original ones, 177.50. We held the 185s. They got to 2 cents, and then we got back out of even on them. And they actually went $2. But as soon as it broke that 178, went to 183 that same day, boom, 186 the same day. So now you have 188. 188 is exactly 188 and 191. The 188 is 178, and 191 is like 183. If it gets to 178 early, then you got 188 early, and then you have 191, 197 this week fast. Okay, NVIDIA. How about that logic? It kept trying for the 238 and goes down, 238 goes down. It went down 15. Let me tell you, the biggest problem I have with shorts and chart people, outside of just being dumb, is think about what I heard from this one guy. This guy's so bearish. I mean, the guy hates the world. Pretty much sure his life is a piece of shit. Okay? Here's the thing. The market goes from 40.70, 40.65 to 39.40, and it can't break. It took 2.5 weeks to go down. It can't break. Then it goes up. So in 2 days, it goes up 100. And immediately the chart people, I mean, this is fascinating to me. The chart people come out, and you know what they say? We need a pullback. You had 15 days of a pullback. You have 2 days up. Think about this. I mean, you can't even make this up. I mean, anybody with any brains says what Sam says. Now you got to watch 4,000. If 4,000 breaks, then you can get a little bit more bearish. That's it. It needs to break. How about the logic on why we could rip? I gave you this logic, and I told you all the funds, and this is just there's only one thing. I mean, this is why he's so smart. If 39.40 doesn't break, goes 39.50, then goes to 37.70, 39.31, so down a little bit, back to 39.40. Can't break 39.40. So why wouldn't all the funds buy whatever they want to buy, Tesla, Netflix, Microsoft, AI, etc., with a stop at 39.40, a closing stop? Means the close is under. Why wouldn't you do that? Okay, so now let's say that they did that. So now you're up 100 points. So now they have profit in all the stuff. Why do they need to sell it? Why wouldn't you just let it go and move your stop up to 4,000? Every fund, every single fund. The logic isn't complex. It's very simple. Very simple. Okay? I mean, maybe we go down. Nobody's saying we don't go down or we don't go up. I'm just telling you, if you had bought, why wouldn't you just move the stop up and wait? If you bought Meta at 171 and it's at 186, why do you have to sell Meta? There's no compelling reason to sell it to 177 now. You bought it at 171. If it breaks under, yeah. If not, let it go, let it go, let it go. That's trading. That's how great traders trade. Okay? First Solar. How about First Solar? First Solar, there should be a video made about stupid CEOs and smart CEOs in the same field. The smart CEO, if you're going to beat and you're going to raise, that means you're going to beat and you're going to tell people you're raising it because the market's better. You're going to raise something and then you're going to talk shit about your own company. Oh, well, but we're seeing headwinds. Why are you raising that? So first of all they did is say, we did good. It's going to get better. Boom, up 40. That's what the market's looking for, okay? Last thing we'll get started is AI. AI is starting to move. People are not comprehending what this is possible. Go read this thing. This is really funny. Some guy, I put a tweet out there about the market's about to rip and blow and go, etc. He fed that tweet into ChatGPT. And the result is out there. Fascinating. Fascinating result. Go read it. But here's the thing that people don't know. ChatGPT, you're going to start getting apps. And I was discussing apps on what the kind of apps. So let me tell you. So let's say there's going to be a ChatGPT app. And you'll have some type of credentials. That's the bad part of it. You can't really give ChatGPT credentials, but people will. And apps will. Okay? And so let's say you order food from McDonald's, and the next day you do DoorDash from Domino's. After that, you do DoorDash from CMG, et cetera, et cetera. You're going to go there's going to be an app, ChatGPT, that's going to say, order me food from McDonald's. Same as the last order. And it's going to go order you a thing. You're not going to log in. You're not going to, As simple as it is to go on your app and order it, you're not going to do it. It's going to be, boom, automated, voice automated. It's how it's all going to work. All these apps are coming. Another guy, I said, well, you're going to lose 20% of all the jobs in the world. And then I said, you're going to get 20% new jobs in the world. And this is old-fashioned thinking. Because they have a career and they're scared, they make shit up. Their job is probably going away. And they're going to say to you, oh my God, this is never going to work. Let me tell you, if ChatGPT can write code, why do they need 10 coders? They need 6 or 7 people that can read the code, verify the code, make sure the code is correct. That's a different job. Do you remember? And I remember this many, many years ago. Jesus, 30 years I haven't done it. You'd have a code review. You'd go into a room and everybody put out their code and then put it up on the overhead projector, and you'd look at people's code. So ChatGPT is going to write the code, and then you're going to have code reviewers, people that can edit it and fix it and change it. You're not going to have somebody write all that code, right? So all these apps are coming. Then photography, very interesting. Somebody told me there's another app out there already, ChatGPT based, that can create pictures for you. You give it the parameters, it builds a picture. It looks real. Photographers go away. All this stuff. All this stuff is going to change. And if you think it's not going to change, you're just wrong. It's okay to be wrong. Don't stay wrong. Okay, so know that. So what happens today now? Today, we see if AI goes, if it doesn't go. Let's see. How about the stock AI we got? It's running. If this gets to 31, it's going to run boom, boom, boom. It's going to take off. Then we see. Okay? That is running. Okay, let's get started. Good morning, everybody. 3-6. Stocks go up, stocks go down. SPX basically doing nothing. You got 40, 52, 40, 72, 4100, 4200 if Powell says, look. What if he says, look, we don't care if there's 800,000 jobs. We don't care if CPI is 1%. We're going to go slow now. What's wrong with that? He could do that. Maybe that's what he does. Then shorts are bludgeoned. Okay? Interesting, right? Okay. Downside, very straightforward. You got 4009. If it gets near 4009, you look at 4,000, and then you got 3982. That's it. Very simple. But no particular reason to be on the downside till it starts heading down to at least 4030. Okay, Avago. Think about what the CEO of Avago said. I mean, this is a legendary quote. Really don't understand why every single firm should be saying this. He says exponential growth coming. Exponential. That doesn't mean 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x. Who knows? Because as ChatGPT comes and semiconductors get used, that's a certain set. It isn't all of them. But in his business, it is. Okay? 639, 642, 651, underneath 609. NVIDIA. Ripper. If this hits out 241, this is 252, 272. 272. Underneath 231. Way down there. I mean, 231 and then 221. Okay? Lam Research. Chips. When does memory get better? Micron told you memory is not better. So that means Lam Research not better yet. 499 for 521. CMG. This is the poster child for inflation. If everybody in food and everything is still inflating, why is CMG going lower? And then one other thing about food you need to know, very interesting. And this is the way the world works. Wingstop, Wings, Buffalo Wild Wings, all these other stuff, told you wings prices when the pandemic started doubled. They went up more than doubled. Went up 170%. So, and I'm just making up numbers. Say let's say a pound of wings was $5. Just making it up. So it went to $12. It's under $5. It's less than what they were when the pandemic started. But here's what you need to know. They raised prices from $8.99 to $14.99 and $15.99. And they didn't change it. So they raised prices by $7 and their cost came down. And they didn't bring the price back down. So now they're making a ridiculous amount of money. And the reason you have to understand this is because that's what's going to happen in every industry. So if all the food prices collapse by the end of the year, and CMG has already raised prices, it's going to go way up. But till then, you got to watch because the news isn't good on prices. It's getting better, but it's not good. Okay, so just know that. First Solar, 216, 221. But the thing you need to know on First Solar is every single stock, NVIDIA, all this stuff, after it ripped way up on earnings, the next week it went lower. It went lower last week. And now it's heading back up. So does First Solar go back and test this, 190 area? Maybe, possibly. Then we see. Apple, runner. Upgrade after upgrade, another upgrade to 190 today. You got 156, 162. PanW 191, 196. CrowdStrike earnings this week. It's up $3 more. I don't believe their earnings are out, are they? No, but it looks better. 131, 146. CRM, very straightforward. If this takes out 191, it's going to go to 196, 200. Okay? Goldman Sachs, Goldman garbage. Mike Mayo says, think about these analysts. This is why analysts like Mike Mayo, amazing to me that these guys have jobs. Goldman is probably going to miss this year and next year, but it's below book value, so it's a good buy. How is it a good buy if you're going to be shit for the next 18 months? What logic is that? In what world is that good? Meta, Ripper, 188, 191, 196, 197. Snowman, 151 underneath 136. MDB earnings. Now, Snow basically tells you, okay, we grew at 60%, now we're growing at 30. Is that because of large numbers? I don't know. Maybe. But MDB, if it's good and this chat GPT, you believe in it, 270, 290 coming. Okay? The NASDAQ, right back up. So 11,900 down, 12,600 up. And does it get to 1,300 if the jobs is good? Maybe. Very interesting. NOW held at 432. Now it's trying to go back up 452, 461, 466. 477 beast breakout. Netflix, 231, 239, can't seem to get under 309. Microsoft, a little bit better, 262, 266. ALGN, we told you. All the people in China are using this thing. This thing's right back up. It looks like 370 coming. Google, little bit better, 96.99. Amazon, a little bit better, 96.98. Baidu, 152, 161. Tesla, a little bit better, 203, 209, 216. Enphase, trying to break up finally. 222. Okay, that's what we know. That's what we know. You take on lower prices. Lower prices, better, but less profits. If you think about it, and who knows what Tesla's making on a car? 22%. So on a $100,000 car, they're making 22,000. Now they're making 12,000. GM makes what, 2%? They make 4,000. Still not bad. Siri should do that. Siri is probably having a lot of stuff they can do too. I have ordered my Uber through Alexa. Imagine what's next. Absolutely. ChatGPT writes code, but of the 300 tasks, over 60 hours of it work. Has never been given a correct working code. Will agree. I agree with you. That's why the people are going to have to read the code and fix the code. It's a different job. The job is different. There's a whole bunch of people that can code, they code it their way. But if they don't understand the language and what all this stuff means, and they can't figure out the flow chart, and I don't know, then that's different. So the testing accelerates. You're going to need more testers, etc. That's what we know. Everybody have a great trading day. Same chat.